Welcome to episode 103 of the Preferred Experience podcast. I'm Chris LeSueur, and today for our podcast, my message, my title for it is Ditch the All or Nothing Mindset. And I've noticed that for the last 6 months for me, I've had this all or nothing mindset, and it hasn't been for the best kind of lifestyle, nutrition that I've been able to do in the past. I got a little sloppy in my nutrition, got a little sloppy in my workouts, and excited to start this new year off fresh. I love the beginning of a new year and love the nutrition challenge that we're doing. I love the energy in the gym right now. It's just it's a lot of fun. And in December, I decided to test my blood again. I've done that a few times in the last couple years. I did it in July this last year and then again in December just to see the difference. And last summer I was doing a lot more CrossFit and a little less running. During the summer I tend to not go as far as I do in the winter. And then retested here just a month ago and was really surprised by the numbers that I had. And it also I'm sure it had more to do with nutrition than anything, but not lifting weights as much made a difference. I noticed that my energy level's been a little lower. I felt good overall, but energy level has just been kind of low towards the end of the day. So I tested a bunch of different levels, and one of them was testosterone. One of them in July I was at 649, and in December I went down to 490. So not the direction I wanted to go. So I've been doing a lot of studying. I've met with Trevor. I've met with one other doctor and talked about it with him. And I was really considering getting on testosterone, to be honest. And I then met with Trevor, and both people they recommended against it. So I was surprised by that. I thought they would try and sell me on the idea, and it didn't end up going that way. So the biggest thing that I've talked to both of them about is nutrition, and it just so happens that we have the nutrition challenge that started this week, and it's so far so good. 2 days in, it's going really well, and I hope it's going well for everyone else. But one of the things that I will do sometimes is I'll focus on doing really well, or I'll just get kind of sloppy and I'll have more treats at night. And it made a big difference for me. I tested myself on my in-body scan here, and back in July when I did the blood test back then, I was a lot higher on body fat than I wanted to be at that time. And I thought, well, I'm going to start running more, and that'll make a big difference, and do a little bit less CrossFit. So I went down to a couple days of CrossFit and ran more. And man, I was very surprised when I did my in-body scan here a few days ago. I am at the highest level of body fat. I don't feel like I look a lot different. I may be a little bit, but not a ton. And I also lost almost 5 pounds in muscle since July. So I have some work to do, and started off this week great with workouts. And the thing that I've learned is that I gotta really work on changing one habit, and that is the all or nothing mindset. And so for most of us, we want to tone up, get fit, build muscle, and reach other health related goals. But the problem is we all want it now. And I hopped on a scale today. Tirsa would definitely recommend I don't weigh myself that often. But I was curious what 2 days of eating really clean did for me. And I did lose about a pound, maybe 2 pounds, right in that area. And so I like the direction it's going. I know that some of that weight, when I jumped on the scale on Sunday, that was a lot of times after I race, I'll weigh a little bit more just from retaining water. I think our muscles will hold on to that water weight a little more after a race. So I had a 16.5 mile race this last Saturday, and I'm felt real good about that. It went really well for me. I was happy with it, but very surprised that I went up so much in body fat and lost so much muscle during that time of doing more running. So excited to get back at it. I'm rambling, but I am excited for this nutrition challenge. I'm also excited to work on focusing on one thing at a time. One of the things that I love about the nutrition challenge is we have one habit that we work on each week, and this week is drinking enough water, drinking 60 to 80 ounces a day, and been able to do that so far. That's been going really well. That truthfully hasn't been a really hard struggle for me in the past, but just having that plan to do that every day has made me more mindful of it and helped me to make sure that I'm doing that. So that's one habit we're working on with the nutrition challenge. My big habit, like I said, is I gotta break is that all or nothing mindset. And a lot of times my weekend will start on a Thursday and it'll go through a Sunday. Then I do pretty good Monday through Thursday, or Monday through Thursday day, but Thursday night I get a little less serious in that. And I know that it's going to make a huge difference to have that consistency. Really helps when Tirsa and I are on the same page. And if you have somebody that you're doing the nutrition challenge with, if you have someone you're doing it with at home, that helps. If you have a friend here at the gym, that helps. And having that accountability partner, it makes a huge difference. So excited to see what happens over the next 6 weeks. I know that it's going to take more than 6 weeks for me to change what I've done, but I'm excited for this year and know that I can do that. I've done it before, and excited to see where I end up. There's some research that I found today, and it said research backs the concept of focusing on one thing at a time. Let's talk numbers. Changing one habit at a time equals 80% success in retaining the habit for a year or more. Working on 2 habits at a time decreases to less than 35% success. 3 habits equals less than 5% success. So a lot of times we're starting out these new years and we're all gung-ho and we're going for it and we focus on so many different things, and it's saying that there's a 5% success rate when you do 3 habits. So if you're trying to do even more than that success rate, I would imagine, is going to go even lower. So focus on one thing at a time and you have an 80% chance of doing great and achieving your goal that you're working on. And so that is what I have for today. Let's work on ditching that all or nothing mindset. If you have a little setback, it's all right. You get back on it. The next meal, you don't have to throw the day. You can throw that meal and move on and get started and do your best the next day and throughout the next weeks. One of my friends that is a chiropractor, I was talking with him once, and I loved one of the things that we were talking about. His name's Grant Mitchell, a good friend of mine. But one of the things he teaches his patients is that when they're trying to lose weight or they're trying to get stronger, and they just a lot of people haven't been doing a whole lot as far as focusing in those areas. A lot of times it's years that they've had of putting on that weight. Those little things that we do each day, they add up. Eating bad one day doesn't make you gain a bunch of weight, but eating bad a bunch of days in a row and not really focusing on that is going to add up. And that's what a lot of us are up against. Is it's going to take that time to put on that weight or to lose that muscle or to not be as excited about something you want to be. It's going to make a big difference. The more time you wait, the more time it's going to take to be able to improve. So focus on one day at a time, one meal at a time, one little evolution at a time. When you're in the gym, focus on that strength portion that we're in, focus on that Metcon that we're in, and do your best. And know that it's going to take time. However long it took you to get to where you're at now, it may take you longer to, the cool thing is it doesn't have to take as long as it has taken to get to where you're at now as it will to make improvements. In this 6 weeks of this nutrition challenge, having done this a few different times now, I have noticed huge gains. And this last year when I did it, I dropped, let's see, I have my numbers here. I was able to drop, in a little over 6 weeks, I was able to drop about 3-4% on body fat. And it's really cool. And then also put on a lot of muscle. So from January 3rd last year till March 14th of last year, I was able to put on 3 pounds of muscle, and I was able to lose, let's see where I was at. I was able to lose 4.3 pounds of 4.3% of body fat. So there's a lot of improvement that you can make. I've seen people do way better than that. Just depends how hard you're going to focus on it and how consistent you're going to be. And I know that consistency works. Let's ditch that all or nothing mindset, and it'll make a huge difference for you. Hope everyone has a great week. Remember that it doesn't take a miracle, it takes a plan. And we have a great plan here at CrossFit Preferred. We want to help you to become your best in and out of the gym. And that is what I have for this week. Thanks a lot. We'll see you. Bye.